Comrade Shankar Das Gupta, General Secretary AIUTUC, speaking at a meeting with ILO on COVID-19 and the world of work, sharing experience and way forward.
Go to Brother Shankar Das Gupta from General Secretary AIUTC.
Good afternoon to all, and congratulations to ILO for arranging this virtual meeting in a very significant time. Along with me, my colleague Ramesh Parasar is also attending this meeting. He is the All India Secretariat member of AIUTC. First of all, I like to express our profound grief and pay homage to all who have died due to this catastrophic coronavirus pandemic. The disastrous impact of the COVID-19 is open for all to witness. This impact is of twofold impact. One is the impact of the disease caused due to COVID-19 pandemic, and the other is the impact on the life and livelihood of the working people in this present unprecedented situation, and more particularly due to lockdown. It is obvious that without extensive coronavirus testing to identify COVID-19 infected persons and proper treatment for their recovery, the impact of this deadly disease cannot be contained only merely through lockdown. But unfortunately, the government is not doing that. There is serious want of test kits and test centers. Those who are engaged in health services and other essential services are not provided with standard quality of personal protective gears, and thereby pushing them to most vulnerable condition. There is serious scarcity of hospital beds, ICU facilities, ventilators, medicines, as per the ICMR guideline. So there is every possibility of exponential spread of this coronavirus infection, which has already reached the community infection stage in our country. COVID-19 has exposed that our healthcare system is in shambles. On the other hand, life and livelihood of the working people is in an alarming condition. Migrant workers, unorganized sector workers, daily wage earners have lost their jobs in crores. Workers and employees of different factories and industries are not paid wages. There is no food for them. Massive starvation and even starvation deaths are taking place. The condition of the migrant workers already my friends has elaborately they have spelled out. I don't want to go into elaboration. The condition of the migrant workers are at large. What is most unfortunate, that taking plea of the COVID-19, some state governments have extended working hours from 8 to 12 hours. Dearness allowance, dearness relief of the central government employees and pensioners are freeze for 18 months. all government employees are made to contribute 1 day wage per month up to March 2021, but the corporate houses are being given tax concession and other financial reliefs. So taking advantage and excuse of the COVID-19, hard-earned rights of the workers are being carved systematically with impunity, which the ILO should look into. Furthermore, in this catastrophic situation, what is the most unfortunate, people's unity are sought to be divided on communal lines, when the people's unity is of paramount importance. The terrible situation is prevailing. Entire burden of this crisis has been thrown on the shoulder of the working people. A grave and unprecedented humanitarian crisis has engulfed the entire society. So in this situation, recovery from this situation demands humanitarian approach. Humanitarian crisis cannot be resolved without humanitarian approach. Whether our government is doing that, the answer should be definitely in the negative. So jobs are to be protected. All workers should be paid full wages of the lockdown period. They should be paid, leave should be paid, leave days. Foods should be supplied free of cost to all needy persons. Rations should be ensured. Cash money should be put in the hands of the people. Because without increasing the purchasing capacity of the people, economy cannot recover. Economy cannot come on the rails. Purchasing capacity of the people should be enhanced. Financial relief should be given to the people and not to the corporate giants for sustaining their profits. We request ILO to pursue government on these points, Government of India, to move with the humanitarian approach. And this should be the way forward for recovery from this humanitarian crisis. Thank you all, and with warm greetings for the ensuing May Day. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's very clear that, of course, humanitarian activities action is now most profound necessity.